Once upon a time, there was a mysterious house that belonged to a vampire-trained family. Thomas and his father live happily in this spooky house. Papa Thomas usually transformed into a bat to move around at night, and he took great care to raise Thomas to be strong.
Wake up!
This lesson again?
Blood, yummy!
Just like other vampires, Papa Thomas adhered to ancient vampire ways. But Thomas had a different dream. He wanted to befriend humans. Papa Thomas was not delighted about this. Despite this, Papa Thomas continued to teach Thomas special vampire skills, hoping he would utilize them to hunt for blood. One of those is hypnotic, but Thomas treated those skills as a plaything. He uses it to control the rat dancing around joyfully with him. Without giving up, Papa Thomas used a doll that pretended to be a human and demonstrated his blood-sucking skill. Regrettably, this failed to capture Thomas's interest as he dashed out of the house upon hearing his friend's call to go to school. He'd rather have fun at normal school than the vampire lessons. Papa Thomas was very upset when his vampire son did not like being a vampire. Thomas's school life passed quite smoothly. Instead of using his special skill to suck blood, he used it to pass the exam successfully. It was really unfair with the others, but no one knew he was a vampire. When Thomas noticed his friend Zombie was upset about his bad grades, he invited him over to his home to play.
Would you like to come to my house? Okay.
Not wanting Zombie to see the old house covered by spider webs and vampire coffins, Thomas eagerly moved to prepare to welcome Zombie to his home. Thomas's action was so loud that it awoke his day-sleeping father. Confused by his son's action, but he immediately cheered when he saw his son's friend, Zombie. Papa Thomas was excited when his son brought home his friend with the sweet scent of blood.
Good job, son.
While Zombie interpreted Papa Thomas's welcome, he was unaware that Papa was eyeing him for a taste of his blood. Sensing his father's intentions, Thomas discreetly nudged him and led Zombie away. Thomas and Zombie were having a good time when Papa Thomas reappeared with food in hand. He prepared an oil train for Thomas and a beef steak for Zombie, plotting to fatten Zombie up to enhance the flavor of his blood. Unexpectedly, Zombie pulled out a cross to pray before the meal, an action that terrified vampires. Chaos ensued when Zombie's hand was accidentally cut by a broken plate, filling the room with the scent of blood. Papa Thomas lost control and approached Zombie in a frenzy. Realizing his father's purpose, Thomas quickly used the cross to stop him, preventing the disaster. Thomas and Zombie continued their fun together.
I need to go to sleep.
Restroom me upstairs!
But trouble arose when Zombie suddenly experienced stomach pain. Zombie hugged his aching stomach and quickly ran to find the bathroom, only to see Papa Thomas ominously laughing at the end of the hallway. Suddenly, Papa Thomas revealed his true color and attempted to hypnotize Zombie, who fell under his spell and followed him. The sound of Zombie made Thomas realize something strange. He quickly went to find Zombie, but the bathroom was empty. He immediately understood the cause could be his father. Waking up the hypnosis, Zombie found himself lying in a coffin, and Papa Thomas
Let me go!
approached him. Thomas arrived in time to stop his father, but Papa Thomas could not easily let go of the delicious blood even though it was his son's friend. In a struggle of power, Papa Thomas used his abilities to manipulate furniture and bookshelves, attempting to prevent Thomas from stopping him. Outmatched, Thomas managed to tie up his father with ropes and place him in a large coffin. Afterward, Thomas confessed everything to Zombie, who comforted Thomas and found a way to make peace with his father. Amidst the commotion, a mouse danced energetically in the cupboard, sparking the idea of using it to quench Papa Thomas's thirst. Gratefully, Papa Thomas understood Zombie's intention and accepted the offering. This way, Zombie became a friend to the vampire family